Welcome to the stream. I'm ADDF Toxic. Today is December 11th, 2019. It is a Wednesday evening, which means I'm going to start off the stream by recording the 2-hour track challenge premiere, like I usually do. I'm still setting up a few things, so it'll just be a couple minutes, but I figure I might as well turn on the webcam since I've been sitting at starting soon for 5 minutes, so we can chat for a little bit. It's fine. So I got Ableton open here. Just need to open Inkscape. Everything should be ready to go. As far as how the premiere scenes go, so that should be good. There's no lyrics in this. Yeah. Open up the right document here. That one there. What's the date on the thing? 28th. Title is being decided. Alright, I think... Oh, that is not all I need. There's one thing I always forget. Whoops. And I can't remember which one I need. B. Need to make it so that we can actually hear the song on the stream. So mute that for now. Everything else here looks right. I should be able to hear things. I need to grab my earbuds. Oh yeah, and I should probably pause that music as well. Looking down like, why is there sound going on there? Right then. So. I was thinking of just muting it, but that won't work. Actually, no, that wouldn't work because the now playing thing doesn't go away unless it's fully paused. So that's there. And I should be able to hear things if I'm right, and you should be able to hear things as well. Maybe I'll test with my own stream. Maybe I'll test with my own stream. Maybe I'll test with my own stream. Maybe I'll test with my own... Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, I already switched over to the scene. Okay, cool. Well, then I guess I'll just start recording. Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge premiere for November 28th, 2019. Every week I try to find a couple hours to make a piece of music, see what I can do within the time limit of 2 hours, give me a chance to push my creative boundaries and experiment with different styles or make something stupid that I wouldn't normally put in one of my bigger projects that I take a little bit more time on. And sometimes it comes out as a cool result, so I like to share it with the world a couple weeks later. I'll start off by playing the song publicly for the first time. So that's the track. And at this point, I like to take a look back at how I made the track and what inspired it in the first place, and take a little look back at the sort of break down how I made the track in the first place. So let me just transition over there. There's nothing really special that I had in mind when I started this. I just started off by finding a drum beat. And actually, I think I probably started at this bar 2 here, and then added the intro later. I decided, instead of going with the normal drum samples that I usually use, I'd look through Ableton's stock drum libraries, and while I was looking through there, I found this a chromatone kit, which sounded pretty cool. There's nowhere we're ever going to hear that because of the way things are set up, but stop. That's the main drum kit that I use here. But while I was looking for that, I also found this MT Dill kit, which I thought also sounded cool, but I thought it sounded cool in a way that would be cool for a variation. So that's the beat I ended up writing in for that. With that kit. So that's why there's two drum tracks here. Just the two different Ableton kits that were in there. So yeah, I made this sweet rhythm that I really quite enjoyed. I actually went and scribbled a note to myself shortly after I made this. And then decided to move it to bar 2, because I wanted a little bit of an intro, because when I was recording the electric bass, it felt like I was starting too fast. I didn't want to start too fast. I decided to go... It's been a while since I really played the electric bass. I don't think I'd played in a while before this, but I wanted to do something a little bit more fancy with the bass. So I did quite the melody there. I was also playing this with my the thicker of my 2 picks. It's a little bit off timing there, but that took a lot to record that properly. I managed to get it all in a single take, but I was constantly screwing up. Actually, I think I did, even in this take that I accepted. I just said, I'm on a time limit. That little mistake is gonna have to go with that sort of thing, because there were definitely some wrong notes in there. So run through a Guitar Rig 5 Song 3 bass preset, and then just an EQ to get that up saturator to make it sound even more like itself, or even more just to make the bass more clear and prominent in the song. I think that helps at least, because I knew I wanted that to be quite a driving factor. There's just a bit of compression there, and then there's just because the volume was a little bit low, just to bring it up a little bit. And then there's this kick one side, which actually I think I probably missed half the word there. This is supposed to be side chain. This is side chain from the chromatone kit on the kick drum. So just that kick there is going into a side chain on this bass. Just to make the bass sort of duck out of the way. A cool trick that I knew I definitely wanted to use here. So yeah, I recorded the bass. Recorded the bass all the way through, and at the end here I didn't really know what I was going to do yet, because I had already had the drums here and here and here. So I had the drums all the way through, And then at the end there, I just didn't know what to do, so I just kind of played some notes there. I didn't have a click on, didn't have a drum track on. Couldn't, had no idea where my timing was, and of course I wavered my timing a little bit. So after I recorded this bass line, I decided to go back and just put some cymbals in the drum track. At the beginning of each bar. And then there's a bit more cymbals, and they're a bit farther spread out here as well. And the velocity is ascending. That's the way it ends. And there's also an automation on the song tempo. And it looks a little bit strange. It's not like any sort of constant thing all the way to here. It's because the bass was already recorded, and it was clearly slowing down and even speeding up a little bit. So I set the bass to not warp, or else changing the song tempo will mess with it, and I didn't want it to do that. So I set it to not warp, and then went into the automation, started at 120, and just sort of dragged this until you could see that the next big bass hit on the bass string was directly at the beginning of the measure. Like that sort of thing. And that's actually a little bit different than I did the first time, because it was 106, I think. So I just did that for every single measure. It ended up looking like a roller coaster like this. And it sounds like this. And this last little hit also was lined up with the beginning of with the half point in a measure, actually, not the beginning of a measure, using the automation here on the tempo. I'm suddenly realizing why I had my dashboard set up the way that I did. I reorganized it the other day, and it's not quite what I want. So, continuing on from that, the bass line does the same thing throughout the whole song, basically, except for the couple points where it messes up. Also, this breakdown here, definitely quite a bit different. It's mostly the same note there, rather than a complex melody. And I knew that was going to be repetitive, but that does tend to happen sometimes with these songs where I don't really have any inspiration, so I just throw something random in the DAW. But when I also knew that I wanted some more elements, like a pad, so I found a pad and I threw it in. This is from Codex Stereo. I think actually, was this the one? Oh no, this was not the one. Andromeda Complex is the preset I went in with. I don't think I changed anything here. It sounds like this. It is clearly sidechained from that drum again. So it sounds like this without that. I did also apply a little bit of EQ. Just to shape the tone a little bit more. Yeah, and then obviously the ducking out of the way of that kick drum just to make it a little bit more dancey. The variation, nothing in the pad, but most of the rest of the time is just chords. There's one point where there's a note that starts early, right at the beginning. But other than that, just chords. And that note you can barely even hear until the songs really start anyway, sort of a fade-in kind of thing. But the pad does quite a bit of variation on the chord progression, whereas the bass is very static in that one little melody on the same chord, or however you'd say that. And the pad kind of moves around quite a bit more to make it feel like the song's going a little bit more places. It's still quite repetitive, but hey, you don't expect me to make a full-blown rock opera in 2 hours every week, do you? But then I think where the song became really cool is right around this breakdown area. There's a whole bunch of sound effects, or that when the sound effects really start. So there's this downlifter right as it starts, which sounds like this. This is from Vengeance EDM. I use these every once in a while. And then since it wasn't really there to begin with, there wasn't really that style of EDM sound in the beginning of the song, it kind of felt out of place. So I took a copy of that, put it before, and set it in reverse. So it's sort of a riser first. And then eventually this just turns around and does that downlifter. So it's the same sound backwards and then forwards again. And this entire group of effects is also sidechained with that kick. I thought I detected something else there. Especially right at the end here, you can really hear the kick sidechain. I thought that was built into the sound effect, but I don't remember that being there. That's more like what it sounds like. And then while the breakdown's going on, there's this mid part, which is actually just another downlifter. That one sounds specifically like this. It's got a bit of a delay as well. Although that's not an automation, so I'll see what I did there. Oh, so downlifter and downlifter some more. Looks like the delay actually just turns on. Yeah, the delay just turns on for this little bit. So there's just a bit of echoing, which is kind of the original point of this anyway. It got this sort of big crash, and then it crashes against this wall, and then this wall keeps crashing against the other little walls in the valley, or whatever. A lot of feedback on that. Actually, there's a lot of automation on there as well. So the feedback slowly ascends in that as the sound sample gets quieter, the feedback gets louder, and so does the dry and wet. Probably, yeah. The delay gets louder as the sound fades away, so it doesn't, like, it fades away, but it doesn't at the same time. It stays, the beginning stays around. And then as let me unsolo this stuff. Midway through this breakdown, this sound starts. And it's just an uplifter again from Vengeance EDM. It sounds a little like this alone. Standard uplifter. Very short. Normally you'd put a drop there, but I use it sort of a different method here. It just ascends into the not so broken down verse thing. And then obviously this fart box stuff. Which, let's see what I did here. This is not Vengeance EDM, for once. I'll pull up the sample pack that this is from. But this is Fartbox Alien Burrito 2 and then Fartbox Alien Burrito 3, so it's sort of the same series. That one sounds like that. This one would normally sound like that, but I made it reverse so it ascends into the other one instead. And those are from one of Ben Burns' old sample packs. It would be the Magpie sample pack, wherever it went. Magpie. Oh, right there. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of weird sounds in here, as you can tell by the weird picture associated with the sample pack. There's a bunch of weird sounds, including that alien burrito stuff, which I think adds a cool effect to this song here. And then back to the verse. These fart boxes are trimmed a little bit as well. Because if I... here, I'll switch this over here. You can see that normally the sample has a little bit of a lead-in where it looks like just as the sound is starting, rather than what you might find in Vengeance, where it starts with all the power. I wanted this to start with all the power, so I just trimmed it so that it did start with all the power, rather than the normal sound that you'd get where it starts when the power is about to start. And this thing, I did the same thing. But then if we scroll over to the end of the song, again. Oh yeah. For the sake of the song sounding repetitive because it's the same bass line over and over again, I did also add this electromagnetic 3D printer in motion 2 sample, which is another Ben Burns sample. It's from the electromagnetic sample pack. This thing captures some really weird noises. So that sound if I just turn everything off here so we can actually hear what the sound is like. Those are the kind of crazy sounds you'll find in the electromagnetic sample pack, and they're a lot of fun to work with. With this one here, I put in some EQ, because there tends to be a lot of high end in these things, and also I just hated the sound that was there. Auto pan to make it move back and forth a little bit, especially since it's so heavy on the left and different on the right. And then a saturator, reverb, make it echo a little bit. Make it sound like an instrument room, more like a delay, make it echo a little bit. Yeah, that sounds really crazy. And then compressor just to fix the audibility and whatnot. And the reverb and delay are still ringing out there. And that ends just before the ending of the song. It's just kind of in the background there. And then in the ending, so we got the bass here. The song ends with this one bass note, and then I just kind of hit a string. That worked out a lot better than it usually does. But then we got this track. I called this track Bass Amp. Did I call it Bass Amp S, or did I call it Bass Amp Switch? Yeah, I called it Bass Amp Switch. So if we look at this electric bass track, the device on automation for the Guitar Rig 5 track insert, it goes off right here. Because if you listen carefully here, there is a little bit of hum from the amp, or the simulated amp at least. which is a cool effect, but I didn't want to end the song with that hum still going on. So I turned it off. But then it sounded weird, it just suddenly turning off. So I found the closest thing to a switch that I could find. And it's this a couple button pluck samples, which again is a Ben Burns sample pack from Delicate's ASMR sample pack. There's some things like snapping a button. There's like a button with like a wire, and you just like let go of the wire, it springs in and whatnot. But I think this was like flicking a button like that or something. So yeah, we got these sounds here. I just included two different ones because it sounded better. And then it felt like it still needed something after that, like walking away or something. I did the closest thing I could find, which was Notepad rip page 1. Same sample pack. How do I do this to myself? That's the sound there. And then the song ends. So I need a title for this track. That's about all for the breakdown, I guess. Let me see. Have I come up with any title ideas? I have not. Let's see what I can come up with. I feel like I want to do something about that bass. I keep thinking like, I think like Marty McFly at the beginning of Back to the Future when he, grabs a guitar and just plays it at full volume and of course breaks everything. But that's that sort of thing, but with a bass. Power bass. No, it's the power of bass. No, back in bass? Back in bass. Yeah, I like that. Kind of a play on Back in Time. Just because I keep thinking about Back to the Future, so, so I'll export that so that I can make a video to put up on YouTube. And since I like to do this every week, I also did make a song on December 5th, 2019. I forgot what year it was. It's a lyrical song, sort of about a friendship and feeling down and hugs. I'm going to premiere that on December 18th, 2019 at twitch.tv/ADDF_toxic. I call that a show. Even if I fumble through it. Stop recording. Back here. Cool. So since I was talking about the video, I might as well do that right now. Oh, not that drive. 1128 video visualizer script. I need the proper date there. 1128. Replace all. Put that in command prompt. Put command prompt here. I'm gonna write the title down here before I forget everything. I've already forgotten it. Back in bass. Except for some reason I did a capital I. I need to make a screenshot of this. Inkscape has opened. November 28th. Back in base. Screenshot. Copy. God, I love CloudShot. Export that. The entire page, because sometimes it likes to choose drawing instead, which is not what I want. I can close that now. Reset that. I should probably grab the video footage for the premiere so I can edit that. Oh, here, let me open up the Blender project. Efficiency. Oh, 1128. Oh, don't open there. D recording. You can move. And then import you here. Move up. Add a color. Make the color 30 frames in length. Make the color that color. 808080. I can close that. Take another drink of water. I feel like I'm dying, but okay. Ooh. The cat is yelling her face off. Nothing new there. I guess I should turn that back on so you can actually hear what I'm editing. Oh, I should draw a waveform here as well. Let's see, where do I actually start? Right there. Welcome to the... I swear, that sounded louder than usual. Maybe I'm just more energetic today. That is not even good timing. That is good timing. I'm not going to worry about a volume fade in this time because the gate got everything out. Anyway, I will do a cross here though. Welcome to the 2-hour track challenge premiere for November 28th, 2019. Probably could help if I turn that down. Hours to make a piece of music, see what I can do within the time limit of 2 hours. Give me a chance to push my creative boundaries and experiment with different styles or make something stupid that I wouldn't normally put in one of my bigger projects that I take a little bit more time. I'm playing the song publicly for the first time. I don't know why that takes so long to start. It's weird. Time. That's like an entire 2 seconds. Time. I told it should only delay like 500 milliseconds, which is definitely not 2 seconds. Just trying to find the end of the song. Right there, I can cut the rest of this out because I was sidetracked and didn't transition back right away. That's one thing I'm noticing about the setup is that I can't see how far until the end of the song, so I can't prepare myself. Because when I was playing the song directly from Foobar, I could see. So that's the track. And at this point, I like to take a look back at how I made the track and what inspired it in the first place, and take a little look back at the sort of breakdown break down how I made the track in the first place. Just on the chronometer, so let me just transition over there. There's nothing really. I remember at one point
Nothing really special.
got sidetracked with something stupid, and I want to cut that out. It's not quite what I want. The way that I did, I reorganized it the other day, beginning of a measure, using the automation here on the tempo. I'm
Right there.
suddenly realizing why I had. I'll just cut that out. That was a dumb distraction I never should have taken. And then I drink some water. So. Bye-bye, little butterfly. With a half point in a measure, actually. Not the beginning of a measure. Using the automation here on the tempo. So, continuing on from that. That worked surprisingly well.
The bass line does the same thing.
And I think everything else I'll just keep in. Doesn't look like any other massive.
Put up on YouTube.
I didn't need to say that.
And
it's fine.
Since I like to do this every.
Alright, so there's the end. Let me add in another color. I fear the day when I do have to take a little bit longer on this than I can do on stream, just because part of the reason I do this on stream is I don't have all that much time the rest of the week, because usually Thursday I do a 2-hour track challenge. That's when I actually make them, usually. And then Fridays I'm quite often busy with other things, and Saturday morning it definitely should be up by then. Not that anybody watches it anyway, but you know, for the concept, it should be. I'd rather it be done tonight, and I don't have time after stream after I work on things, so I just quickly do it right now. And by quickly, I mean like it's done. It's just rendering now. So let me switch things over. I'm gonna put on some music. And I'm not gonna do the same music as start, just because the soundtrack is a little bit repetitive as an album, so I just wanted to play it for the starting soon. Let me instead do. What time is it? 8 o'clock. Why can I never find One Last Bonfire right there? I think I'll throw on Covered in Cats after that. So that should be starting up real soon. And while the music's playing, well, actually the music's playing while, I'm gonna work on 200 album challenge with 2-hour challenge site design. So that would be science and technology, programming, software, web. Done. Updating. Cool. So change documents, change to 2hack, start the database server, why don't I? There it is. I can turn this up. And I have this feeling that this is going to open the wrong project, so let me just protect the privacy of the other project that I've been working on. In the meantime, I'll open up my notes. Shut up, buddy. Right, so I'm just looking at my to-do notes on the other screen right now. Load existing privacy and searchable options into modal. Save privacy and searchable options from modal. Okay, yeah, I know what that means. And then after that, if moderator is editing your profile, blah blah blah. Check user ID in arguments of account page. Manage that user if allowed. Make other account actions list dynamic. Only moderators can get to account moderator. Only you can get to account password. Confirm user is moderator before allowing them on account moderator. Toggle on. Oh, the account moderator is the name of the page. Yes, this is the wrong project. So let me open the right project, and then I will resume screen. We're talking about our minds. Sorry, wrong song.
Like the melody line stops and the drums just carry on.
Why would you do this?
They don't do a crazy drum solo, they just keep the groove going.
I can show you my screen now. Right, so load existing privacy searchable options into modal. That would be on account contacts. Maybe I'll load up the site so I can actually see what I'm talking about, because I kind of need a visualization sometimes too. 127. So user A, edit your contact methods. This is very unstyled, especially this part here. But yeah, essentially I want to pull this into, this should load the proper data that's already stored there. Now let me see. Oh right, I think I went and fucked around with this in ways that I shouldn't have. Right, so edit is here. And that... Let's see here. On click would do save contact. Method. Oh, right, okay, we have this hidden input down here, which I'll put here as well. I should actually put this. Oh, it's directly inside the body. Never mind. Just somewhere easy to see. So this would be the edit contact method ID. Edit contact method ID, the value of that hidden. And the reason for that is it would be down here, I guess. No, window would be in some function called write contact right there. See, I'm starting to remember this as I go about. It's hard when I only work on this once a week. So I, for some reason, decided to do this just showing a modal when it should be doing something like this one here, where it has an on click of edit contact ID. So basically just like that other one. This stuff does not need to be, because I'm going to do that in the function. I guess it could still be, but I'm not going to put it there just for consistency. So that would be sort of this idea? No. Oh, right, this is a... Right, this is what I want. Whoops. But I also need to do this sort of stuff to actually get in. So, function, edit contact, contact ID. So that's the function that is called when you click that button. And before this, we need to load data of this contact method. This should probably say edit. Right, so that sets in the modal what the modal's gonna save, and then it shows that. Let me just double check, make sure I actually did that right. I did. Okay, cool. Wake up on you. And then we're gonna check what data is actually there. So this contacts. There it is. So right contact is only getting... There's no water in that bottle, I already figured that out. Lost my cursor there and then I wanted to click something else. So right contact should be also getting the data that we need for this. So privacy and searchable. And searchable in info and privacy in info. And let's just check if it's actually getting that. It seems to be because it's actually still writing them. I don't think I need to restart that, but you know, let's just double check that. Yeah, okay, cool. It does write them. Actually, let me... I wrote this function so long ago that I can't even remember. I just want to make sure. JSON.stringify that. Contact ID 23, platform Discord, platform common name, Discord account, username EDF toxic, privacy visible, privacy display visible to all, searchable, true. Okay, yeah, so I got the privacy and the privacy display. Cool, I don't actually need the privacy display. That's fucking great. So I'll just send those in. Oh, let's try putting that in the right place. Info privacy, because I already determined that that does actually exist. Wake up on you. Privacy and searchable. Info searchable into, that says. And that's just to keep it in this little backend variable. That way when I do this function somewhere called edit contact, there it is, then I can say this thing here Let's give it a value of... I should probably double check that it's there. Value of... here, let me try that let. Let contact equal contacts at contact ID. That way I can just say contact here, contact at, or dot. Try to keep it constant though. I'm so used to dot because I've been using C# for so long. Contact at, what would that be? Privacy. Yeah. And then how is this one? The option, the value is searchable. Okay. So if contact at searchable, then whatever it was called, .val would be searchable. So just select that from the list essentially. It's called add searchable. There's where we're talking about our minds. I should also probably check if privacy in contact, just for lack of trust. Trust is not always a good thing in this world. It's easy to do that. Just make sure it exists, and then check if it's set. And if it is, then set the drop down right. And if this exists, then set the drop down to whatever it is. That fucked off. Let's see what it says here. Unexpected token bracket. 120. Christ, I hate this. That would be probably in here. Oh my god.
The sad fact is that we're no longer present.
Yeah, it's not a thing. Let's see here. Unexpected. Right there. Do it live. Fuck it. So this is visible to all and searchable. That's visible to all and searchable. I don't remember if that's correct, so let me just go to the database. Password is password. It's okay, it's on my local network anyway. Contact. Nay. Actually, let's I don't remember the IDs on these. 60 and 23. Where contact ID in 6023. Sudden flashbacks to the end of the fucking world part 2.
The meditation is all about
Yeah, so apparently they're both visible
rid of emotion, somehow
and
control
searchable.
the mind, but actually it's quite different from that.
So let me
It's more about sort of stepping back,
switch that around a little bit,
clearly.
just to get some test data. I'll actually make it possible to change it here soon. Private and searchable for the Discord one. I should probably specify up there. Actually, why don't I do that? Oh. I'm probably gonna want copy and paste this. It seems let is working too. So, guess thanks for letting me know about that, because I had no idea. I'm so sorry, I can't remember your name last week. Contact platform name, platform common name, is that... And those should be there. Oh wait, no, this is not what I want though.
You know, we can't change every little thing that happens to us in life. But we can change the way that we experience it.
You know what I'll do? Nah. Yeah, actually I will, because it doesn't even have it here. I'm gonna add in this here. Whoops. This here. I think I just changed my keyboard layout. Yep. It's back. That there, I'm going to... See, now I just want to put LED on everything. I think somebody got me addicted. Let display equal that. And then display. And then display. Oh, display. And then what I can do is edit contact method. This here, I'm going to give it an ID of edit contact method display. This is very much the wrong standard format. Contact method, and I am fully aware that I'm gonna have to change that in my script as well now. Contact method searchable. Cool. But hey, at least I caught that before I had to, before I went to save. Anyways, what I was doing here is... Oh, no, I'll do it the same way here. If display in contact, edit contact method display dot HTML, contact display, and actually, why don't I make sure that it actually says something too? Edit, change these before I forget. There was something else there. Oh, I see. One of them has a lowercase m. Yeah, there we go. It's like, why are there two of them in the autocomplete? Edit contact method searchable. Or not. Whatever. Contact. Wonder why we're crazy. So this can all just go. So that should make it so that the server crashes. So that when I go in here, Discord, it shows what you're actually setting there. Something's broken. Relating to privacy. And it's not even going to tell me. Oh, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. Let's see if I can find the code. Not that one. Add platform. I'm just gonna add anything here. Just to add it to the edit contact method platform. No, it's the privacy that I'm trying to do. I'm like, someone's not right there. Because there should only be one of them. The other one did work. So edit contact method privacy. I don't know why I need this. I don't think I do. So now when it's loading the privacy options that were sent by the API, I guess it would be, it adds it to this list, and it also adds it to that list, which it doesn't yet. It also adds it to that list. Something's wrong there because that is... one of those is not searchable. Specifically the Twitter one. And it's still... this is also too thin. And I think I can just make it bigger like that. Maybe a bit too big. That's probably not the best method either. Yeah, just because that'd still be too wide on a phone. So, for this and this only, I'm gonna shorten this to something, because these are great when you're adding a profile. It may be a little bit overkill when you're editing it. Because now we can use present tense. Users can find your profile by searching for this. I would have liked to keep contact method there, but that's still a little bit too long. There it is. So let's see here. Users cannot use this contact method to find your profile. Users can find your profile by searching for this. This is loading properly. Users can find your profile by searching for this method. Users can find your profile by searching for this method. Oh, now they're both... Something's definitely wrong with it. Oh, I know why. It loads one and it never unloads. So where would that be? That would be here. Else, false. So users cannot use this contact method to find your profile. Users can find your profile by searching for this method. Users cannot use this contact method to find your profile. Users can find your profile by searching for this method. Users cannot use this profile to find this method to find your profile. Contact method. Cool. That seems to be working. Loaded. Existing privacy in searchable options into edit contact method. I tend to be very thirsty a lot, especially when I talk, and probably haven't been hydrating myself as I haven't, as I should have been today. So I'm gonna mark that off my list. And the next thing on my list is to save those things. So I'm going to need to open up this file now as well. But essentially, let's see here. Save contact method, edit contact method ID. Did I create the function? I did not. The function, save contact method, contact ID. So this is going to be similar to this one here. Remove contact confirm, yeah. And basically I'm just gonna send this. I'll modify that because it's not right. And I'm also gonna hide the modal at the same time. And I just took her. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was just thinking it's not gonna remove from here, but that's not what I'm trying to do. It's not gonna have to change here. Oh, it's gonna have to change in this fucking thing here. In the variable. You know what? I'll just change that here. That way it's not relying on the server to get back to it before the user clicks edit again. So let's see here. Pages, account contacts, action equals save method. It's also going to send I'm gonna send these in the arguments as well. Edit contact method privacy value and edit contact method searchable dot val is equal to searchable question mark true false, because that should be a boolean when it comes in here. Privacy searchable. So first let me just double check that this is a thing. And I won't let contact this time just because I want to edit it straight into the array, and reference variables confuse the hell out of me in languages like this. And if this was C#, I'd have a little bit more confidence, but I don't. I'd rather just do like contact ID at privacy is equal to privacy yeah, that should work. Then you also got to send those two things here, millions of little screens. Oh, this would be privacy Searchable. And then I gotta hide the right modal here. Edit contact method, modal hide. And then we do something like this function here. I'll just add it here first. Case. Did I do save? Yeah. Save method. Save method data ws break. And I'll copy this code and then modify it as needed for the sake of laziness. Save method, create the connection, do the connection. What are these error messages? Same ready to be connect, error, account share, get user ID. Yeah, we need that. Remove yo. I don't need that. Again, I don't need that for this particular thing. You don't have permission to edit this profile. That's a good error message to me. That's matching up properly. Contact ID. Cannot save non-existent contact method. There's no form disabling here.
Millions and millions of little screens who send
Let me try the let here as well.
computerized. All that's on TV, it just goes direct.
If contact ID is greater than 0,
Judging if it's right or not. So it
cannot remove, cannot save unknown contact method. Right, and then just do the update. Update contact set. What would we do here? We'd do privacy and searchable. Searchable is equal to question mark.
this is what an Icelandic poet told me.
And then
And I became so scared.
privacy would be data at privacy and data at searchable, and actually this should go in as a 1 or a 0 or a 10, whichever. And I should actually check here as well if privacy in data and searchable in data else bitch, if error else bitch. No, was that what it was? That's something I used to say back in school a lot to my friends. That doesn't quite make sense, but that feels right. And I want to show a message if this happens. Cannot save unknown data to contact method. So let's see how this works. I need to restart this, especially since it crashed anyway. This better work. So let's turn that off. Your contact method has been removed successfully. No. No, it is not. Oh, right, I had this, you know what, let's Am I user 1? No. What's my user ID? I have no idea. Who am I? A? Oh, 2, duh. User 1 doesn't have any contact methods. No, 2. 2! There we go. Yeah, so it's still there. For some reason... Actually, it's probably... Yeah, I sent back a confirmation of remove contact, which is not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted. I forgot to... I got to this line, made sure it looked right, and then forgot to go on from there to make sure everything else looks right. I don't need this. Oh, and this is still wrong as well. Excuse me. Saving your contact method. Right, so Twitter users cannot. That's correct. Let's switch that around. Your contact method has been saved. So this should now say private and 1. Hey, dingbat. You had a... equals 2. Okay, so that didn't work. But the other one did. So we're kind of good. Let's see here. Data at searchable. Is it sending correctly? That's probably the first question I should ask. Alert searchable. Logging all the people, we should allow for people. False. Why? Logging all the people. Let me just see here. Oh. I'm missing a parenth there. Or a pair of parenth. Okay, refresh, not browse. Yeah, cool. Okay, now it saves. No, let's turn that back to cannot. The people, which is the people. Refresh again. Excellent. That was easy. Saved. Contact method. Privacy and searchable. Cool. I'm just gonna push that. I'm gonna take a break for a few minutes. I will be back in a bit. Enjoy the music. I'm back! Oh, that music is like... Dude, that's stuck with. I forgot to turn that up. There you go. Hair flip. I was just trying to get it out from behind my glasses. Right, so, looking at my to-do list, last week I kind of broke it up into blocks here. Why don't I just show this here? So there's a little block with those couple things about this edit dialog, and that's all gone now because I did it. Ooh, shivers, Jesus. Next thing I had on the list is this big massive block, and then there's this small block here. But I think the reason that I put this small block here is because there's stuff in here that I should probably do first. And this actually should be organized as well. So let's see here. Check user ID in arguments on account pages. Manage that user if allowed. I thought I'd do that, don't I? I'm thinking kind of what I want to do is put it a little bit deeper in the core that you are to figure out some sort of function to figure out what the active user is. So essentially this part here, and if they're a moderator. I don't know if that would work all that well though. Maybe it would. Let's see, how is this used? I can't remember anymore. That's right there, okay. So if I made this function, because this page here is, or this file here is going to declare which of these items down here should be shown. That is server crashed. That's these things down here. So like, manage this user's moderator status should not be showing up for user A because user A is not a moderator. And I want to determine that in here. So account shared. That's definitely going to... where's that on completion call? Is it just this one? Yes. So what I should do actually is... where does this start? There. Let is moderator equal false. And then in here we'll say once we confirm that there are rows, then we'll say is moderator is equal to, if that's true, then true, false. I don't really need to do a conditional there, but it makes me happy. And then we can use that is moderator value there and also send it back here. Of course, that also means that I'm going to have to update that to accept that here anywhere I use this get user ID. Which is a lot in that file. That's the context one. Is moderator. Is moderator. Not that that's ever used there. But it will be used in one of these. Is moderator. Is moderator. Is moderator. Cool. So now when we look at this account, well, first let me just restart this and make sure that it works. Cool. It still loads. That still loads. Refactor has been a success. So now if I were to say, where would this load? This would be on the, for some reason I put these files up here. Other actions, did I actually ever use that? No, I don't, okay. I must have put that there because I knew what I was gonna do. So when this loads, on the initialize page, load profile, and then I think that comes back here. So it loads the privacy options, the your actual account details, and then it will also load other actions. Yeah, other actions. Oops. If other actions in data. And data at other actions dot length is greater than 0. Then we can say for each. Nope. How do you for each? I'm on client side, so just fucking do it the way I'm used to. Data other actions function index. Action index, action info. What a fucking powerful song, man. So, well, before I start writing code there, essentially these are all the same except for two things. 1, 1.5, 2. And essentially that's what I'm going to lean on here. So, when we do the load profile in here, there it is. We get the user ID, and if the user is a moderator, I'm gonna create a array here called other actions. I'm gonna send it back as well. Other actions. I'm really not sure why I'd have the underscore style there. And then here, while I'm at it, I might as well drop the let in here. That is so handy. So this is Shift B. There we go. Basic profile data. I don't need a title case. and then other actions, and then we'll say or actually, yeah, let's say if true, actions you can only perform on yourself, and it's if true, because I actually don't have a way to check that yet. Maybe I should send that back with the thing as well. That would probably be the best. Then we'll say other actions dot push. I did PHP there. We'll do this little object that has the page key, which would be account password. And also the label. Let's not do PHP. Change your password. Account contacts in a these have to be all on their own, just so that it can stay in order. Account contacts. What do I have on the thing? Oh yeah, right. Okay. I guess while I have that, I might as well go in here and say other actions dot append that, except in here we have, here, I should make sure that page key, was it? Yeah, page key and label. Page key in action info, and label in action info. If not, just don't even show it, because what the hell. So yeah, action info at page key, load page, action info at page key, and then here we put in.
It is 12:01 November 1st.
Yeah, I forgot about the introduction in this album. Action info at
And I'm gonna make some music.
big ass pile of Halloween candy. Yeah, this was a Nesta Almo, wasn't it? Because I just played 2 Nesta Almo albums in a row. I don't have the new one in here yet. I gotta fix some things with the COM scanner, because things broke. I mean, things broke, and then I fixed it, and then more problems started to show up, and now I'm also wanting to add another feature in there that may be useful at work, although I may have just solved that problem anyway, so never mind. And when I say at work, I mean like listening to music at work. Actually, just listening to music elsewhere. Right, so that should work. Or not. I didn't restart the server. It did not. If other actions in data. Other actions would be in data.
Alright, let's prove that.
JSON.stringify data. Oh, it's not. Okay. Oh, is it an error in here maybe? Oh yeah, it totally is. Unexpected token parenth. Another line number that's gonna mean nothing at all to me. But it's likely in here. I see the unexpected token parenth. That still didn't work. Missing parenth. For argument list. That's the only argument list I can think of. Or I guess that's one too. Everything seems to be concatenated there. Because usually that's what happens is I forget to concatenate something. Let's see here, that did fix it. And by fix I mean get rid of the error, which means that the problem is in that line. So argument list would mean this. Let's see here. Begin string, end string, concatenate, variable, concatenate, begin string, escape, end string, concatenate, variable, concatenate, begin string, escape. There's the problem. Didn't escape those. There we go. So now change your password shows up there. And it works just like the one up top. Which means... Hello, Laser. How are you today? Yeah, so contacts and moderator. I also want to add the move to this list here. Count contacts with that label there. And then I also need the moderator one, which should be in an if statement of if is moderator. So the page key, I did not grab that right. This is what I'm looking for. Keep alt tabbing instead of switching tabs. Ah, I did it again. Label. All of this is just wrong. Oh, that needs an escape. Because I need to put it inside one of these. And through the magic of text editing, now it is. Now let's just fix this here. If is own account. And I'm going to do this again where I have to search for that. Let me just do that. That way... Actually... Why don't I do this? Is own account. Shove that in there. Replace all. In the entire project. Then that's also mean I need to actually send it. Is own account. And I said it first because I figured that's more important than is moderator. Is own account is equal to false. Oh yeah, and then we can do the same sort of thing here. User ID is equal to user ID that we're looking at. Yeah, okay. So this that I have highlighted is essentially is own account. So is own account is equal to that. And then I just need to send that back as well, which I already do. And then did I set it so that it's... Yes, I did. Okay, cool. And this one shows whether you're a moderator or it's your own account, or is moderator. I know those are the only 2 times you're ever going to see this page. But it's just somewhat a little tiny future-proof. I have this weird bump in my ear in case you wonder why I grab my ear like that. And it feels good to pop. Feels good to push it like bubble wrap. Doesn't exactly pop, but it just kind of collapses a little bit. I probably shouldn't, but now I've gotten a habit of it. Right, so it's only showing me one thing. And it should show me more things. That's sad. It should even be showing me this. Did I forget how to for each, maybe? Let me alert. JSON stringify. Page key account password. Label change your password. Yeah, so it's only sending me the one. Which makes no bloody sense at all. Send the data. Let me see. Maybe just trying to decide what would be a good console log. True, false. I guess I can start with that. And also check if it's actually going in there with a little high. So plus question mark here. True, false, plus console log high. Oh, I need to... That's the goddamn problem. I didn't restart the server. Server has no idea that this new code is there. There we go. Edit your contact methods. You are not moderator. A at A. That's the one you're... No, that's not who you wanted. What's my password? Shit, I have no idea. I literally have no idea. And there's no bloody way that to reset the password is gonna work. Yeah, screwed. Let's make A moderator. Try entering the password. I have no password. That would be why I couldn't get in. Anyway, let's just make a moderator. So now when I go into A's account, manage this user's moderator status. Shows up. So does this. Which also means that A should be able to access user ID 3. You cannot. And I think that's actually something else that I was still working on getting around to. Why don't I commit that? Made other actions on account page. I said one thing and said the other. I said one thing and wrote the correct thing, which is a different thing. Made other accounts on action page dynamic based on permissions. Right, I just realized that I now have the solution to one of the other problems I was worrying about in this list here. Let me put this so that I can actually see. But now let's see here. If I go to... Wait, it would be in here. User ID equals 3. Should give me user B. And it's not. Which means there's a problem in here somewhere. Console log is moderator. False. You dipshit. You haven't set that yet. True. So you should let me in. Console log. You better not be here. Is my caps lock on? It is not. I couldn't tell, I pressed it so many times. Yeah, it's not getting there. Load profile. Oh, that's client side. The load profile. Let's see here. Alert. Oh, not alert. Console log user ID. Restart the server, or else it won't do anything. 2. Why is it giving me 2? So that is a problem in here then. This is... not receiving a user ID in data. So... wait. Oh, wait, no. Whoa. Let's console log data, if I can. Data does not give me a user ID. Is that the right line that deleted? Yes, it is. Data from load profile. Oh, you know what it would be then? Is that when I send the thing from here, it would be initialized right here. This thing here, I completely neglected to send the user ID. Where would it be? I can't remember. I need to dig into the core for a bit. Not that navigation. Let's see here. I remember putting arguments somewhere. Maybe parameters? Question mark. This stuff. Page args index. Page args. What did I do with this? Load frame, request key, page args. And that's just a string at this point. So load frame would be in this file, I guess. Main contact, replace main contact key, and replace main contact args. So what that means is that it's actually... Wait. It was in here. If I refresh that and then Control U to see what it was before, mess with anything. Oh, it's not there either. That's because it's not. Shit. Oh, shit. There we go. Yeah, so question mark user ID equals 3. And that's what I need to get. I think I knew when I put that in that it wasn't going to be sufficient. And I still don't think it's going to be sufficient. Because it's using a replace, so it's just writing the HTML like that. Which is not exactly fantastic. Crap. This is a deeper file, deeper problem. This is really deep. I need water. So the problem I'm seeing is the request args are not necessarily sanitized. So if there's like a quotation mark in there, that's gonna mess with the HTML once it gets replaced, I think. So like if I had to do that, oh no, it worked out. Okay, cool. But then I'm gonna need to do. I should really be doing this at like a break this down. HTML arguments into array. Break it into an array. That's not what I want. I could just do it with strings, but it probably shouldn't. Let's see here. If I were to do 3 and 3 quote 3, do an ampersand, I guess is the word. What else could cause problems? Percent $4. I don't know. Just writing random things. It seems to be escaping it all properly. Which is actually really interesting. Why is it doing that?
This quickly becomes a curse as the desperate rattle of a painting or novel or album drowns out all other thoughts.
Let it go.
Or weeks are lost while plumbing the depths and branching ideas of possibilities. The torturous frustration as the clumsy body fails to recreate its reality.
In Code URI, it's probably the better way to do this. Just to make sure. That's supposed to be like that. Maybe if I restarted the server, stop spamming. The question mark doesn't go away. Interesting. This function encodes special characters except comma slash question mark colon at ampersand. I don't know. Actually, I don't know why I'm trying so hard to do that then, because I'm gonna be breaking it up based on that. So why don't I... Is that even gonna work? Oh, you know, here, let me try it. 3 and 23 equals 2. Yeah, okay. So, I think that's even without this. Although I think I should have that. Oh, that was... I forgot to restart the server when I tested that. So let me do that. Yeah, okay. But I should have that in there. That's the wrong terminal. But then when wherever it loads this main content key, nowhere apparently. Oh. Wait, no, I know why. Because it's actually... Wow, that's a weird... Oh, it does. It already does grab that, okay. So, this here... gets the page args. Show load... Where's show load page? There it is. Gets the page args. Oh, it even sends the page args to the load page. Okay, this is all coming back to me now. So that would be actions / pages. It's supposed to be like a central one. Where'd it go? Let's try that. Socket actions. There it is. Content.load, so require ./content /content.js right there. And then the load function in here. There it is. So if page args in data, does this actually get used yet? It does, okay. Because it needs to send it back so that it can display it up in the address bar properly. I remember. So here, I'll put a let on that. Now that I know about that. And then here is where I will... Oh, don't put a let there. Put a let there. Let. Okay, I'm done cleaning the lets for now. So now I need to figure out how to convert this into an array. And it will start with substring node first character in string. Char add, that's interesting. I just want to make sure that the first character is a question mark, because it should be. Substring let page args array building. Wait. That would be page args dot substring. Start at 1 actually. So basically we're just cutting off the end of that. Page args.length -2, I think. Let's just console.log page args array building just to test things out, and I also want to create a let page args array. Turn that into that. So let's see here. That didn't seem right. Interesting. I'm just trying to, you know, math can get confusing sometimes. You got like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a string of length 10. If you start at 1, so that's 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that should be -1. Yet it's not doing it like that. I'm confused. Weird. I don't know. There's a random string of letters there. I'm sure it was just having a seizure about, but okay. So now if we go page args array building dot each, parameter argument. Oh wait, no, that's not how you do that. Function arg index, arg data, JavaScript find character and string, index of, yeah, that sort of thing. So if I want to actually, let's say JavaScript split. I think this might even be easier. String split, that would give okay, yeah, so it seems to give an array. So if I split it at the equals, arg data dot split. I'm gonna be right back. Just give me a minute. I'm back. Right, so I was trying to do a split on equals. And I guess that probably does return. Yeah. Let arg pieces equal arg data split. If arg pieces dot length is equal to 2 and only 2, then we can say then page args array at it's gonna have to be some sort of decision here. If I say, yeah, I'll just do the basics first. Arg pieces at 0. So page args array at arg pieces at 0 is equal to arg pieces at 1. So console log page args array. Just to see that it's working here, let's find the page here. Error during action processing. Page args array building each is not a function. Oh no, it was shit. Node for each. I can never remember how to do this. Like that. What time is it? 9:29? Yeah, I gotta finish this up pretty soon. My god, do I have enough open? Still? I seem to remember something about doing this. Or something. So let's try that. No. Maybe if I did the capitalization right. Oh my god. Node for each. It claims it should be there. Unless maybe this is... It's... Yeah, I see the problem. It's not an array because I forgot to split this part at the ampersands. So, everything past the question mark, split that at the ampersands. Essentially is what that says. Isn't coding fun? Arg data split is not a function now. What? Console log arg index plus arg data. Watch that be like fuck all. User ID equals 3, 0. Okay, yeah, so it's... I thought it would still give me the index, but that's PHP, I'm thinking. Right, so user ID 3. Cool. Which means that now that I've, let me just double check that didn't break anything. It shouldn't have, but you know, it's good to check. I will do this quick commit to say, broke page arguments into array. Now we're going to use this array. To say, oh, I guess that doesn't exactly work there because I need it here.
Can I be real for a minute here, guys? I really want to thank each and every one of you for how the past few years have played out. If it weren't for your support, I might not be doing music at all anymore. Like, maybe I'd be in a wood shop making furniture or something instead. But seriously, it's not like I have millions of fans or anything, but
That's not what I want. That's not what I wanted either.
I think of all the messages and kind words you've sent me over the years, and it really helps pull me out of it.
This initialize page here, this needs to send the page arguments, and it doesn't have it.
Part of me as well. So I really appreciate all of you. I just can't thank you enough for that.
Turning a little bit weird. I'm gonna write that down to do that next time. Get page args array from, that would be socket content.js load into account actions.js. So actually, let me write this down in a way that I'm going to understand what the hell I'm trying to do. So that'd be something like, the music just ended too. Something like a load account of user in arguments is in, this needs to be sent to the load profile function in socket content account actions.js. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do that tonight. So I'm going to let my brain rest, especially since it is already 9:30. And I'm going to call this to an end. So it was nice to see one person. I guess I didn't really see anybody, but thanks for watching. If you lurk, that's fine with me. I just like doing this on stream, so do whatever you like. Just be nice. That's all. And take care. Have a good life. I'll see you around. Bye.